Hi there. So you're planning on visiting Brazil and going to rent an Airbnb? If so, this video is for you. My name is Joanna. I am a Brazilian American traveling South America for the past 6 months. My husband and two dogs. And in this time, we have stayed at a significant number of Airbnbs. So I have 5 things for you to pay attention to when renting your Airbnb. Number one, communication. Brazilians love to communicate on WhatsApp. It's what runs Brazil everywhere, every business, everything is WhatsApp. If you don't speak Portuguese, that becomes a little harder. So it comes to the point of Airbnb communication. Airbnb does translate messages automatically from whatever language you choose. In our case, my husband gets messages in English, I get in the original Portuguese language, which came us to notice that the translations are not all that great and that can create confusion. We have had quite a few instances where he read, it made no sense, so I read it on mine, and the translation was just wrong. So that's number one. Number two, it is instructions. They don't provide any. Hosts, I think in about 40 places that we've rented so far, one had instructions. They will not tell you whether the water is drinkable, what to do with your garbage, whether they have recycling, what to do at the end of your stay, but they are okay with you asking. As a matter of fact, I would say that hosts love to communicate. They kind of want to make friends. They are super welcoming. They will often try to meet you at the place to give you the keys. But there are cases, and we had those experiences, where we actually had to ask for instructions on how to get into the space. We're on the way like 3 hours before, and we're like, what do we need? And the host actually needed a copy of our IDs and car license because we were staying in a building that needed to be registered. So do ask. They're not going to provide right away. They are okay with you asking. So do ask for instructions. Number three, take for granted that Airbnbs will have basic things such as towels, bed sheets, and pillows. Unfortunately, I don't know why Brazil usually does not have that. I think more Airbnbs than not do not offer those things, or they will charge you a fee for it. So make sure you're reading the descriptions carefully. Do not rely on the little icon that says like linens available or something, because sometimes they also offer you linens but not towels. So if it's not listed, ask before you rent. You do not want to get to an Airbnb late at night after a long flight and have those basic things. It kind of sucks. That's number three. Number four, if it's something that you must have, make sure it's there. For example, one of the criteria for us when we're renting an Airbnb is a washer, because we're traveling on a one suitcase and we need to wash our stuff. So we always look for a place that has a washer. We have several cases that we got there and it wasn't there, it wasn't working. We got there and the guy was like, yeah, we have it, but it's in another house. We're going to have to bring it to you. And it takes 3 days for them to bring it to us. That kind of sucks. Another one, we got there and it was broken and it needed to be fixed, so we didn't have access. And another one that we looked for in the criteria, we got there and they said it wasn't on the listing. We don't know if they changed it after or not. We ended up negotiating something. They did bring us a washer, but it was kind of a pain because sometimes we are coming with a lot of clothes to wash already or something. So that was an issue. Air conditioning is another one to pay attention to. We had an Airbnb that had air conditioning, but it was only in one of the bedrooms, not in the rest of the house at all. So if you do need that, ask. Make sure that it is available in all the rooms and all their spaces. And also parking. If you're renting a car, make sure that your car is going to fit. If you're renting a space in a building in a big city, it's likely that the parking spaces are really, really tight. So if you're renting a big car, just make sure that it's going to fit. And last but not least, ratings. Do not trust the ratings. I don't know why. And I've seen jokes on the internet about this. Brazilians love to give 5 stars to everything. And then you get there and you're like, I don't understand why this is a 5 stars. So make sure you look at the pictures. You read a lot of the ratings, especially if they have a lot of ratings, because on a place that has a lot of ratings already, a 4.9 and a 4.7 make a huge difference. And you often see that they'll give a 4 stars, but they don't tell you why they took a star off or something. So look at the pictures, read the descriptions, ask any questions you need. Just communicate a lot. I think the bottom line is communicate, ask, make sure that things that you need are there. So those are my 5 tips. If you want to know more about our experiences with Airbnbs, we do have a podcast, and our first episode was actually about our experiences with Airbnb. It is called The Puppies Are Listening. It is available on YouTube. I'll leave the link on the description. And if you have any questions or want any tips, just leave it on the comments. I'll be happy to respond. Hope you enjoy Brazil. It is a super fun country. Go with the flow, understand that the culture is different, and have fun.